MMA Western. What do you got in store for us? A desert. I mean, Western. Okay, fair enough. Nice cactuses. They're slightly on the janky looking side, but they get the point across. I like it. Fine by me. Got another, so far, start is very more realistic, real-world, roadway-esque feeling. I mean, obviously, a lot of these hills and turns would not fly anything remotely realistic, but, you know. Thematically. Got a very nice deserty split in the track. You actually don't see that too often, surprisingly enough. At least I feel like I know. The tracks do that. I actually expected this to just rejoin right away. They're actually running parallel for quite some distance. That's interesting. Interesting choice. And underpass is just the end of the level. Not sure if that gets a recommend for me or not. Let me take a little slower look through it, because I feel like that's fine for my relatively low effort, decent run. I mean, we got some nice props here. Alright, can I actually run into these or no? Okay. The bushes look like bushes, the cactuses look reasonably like cactuses. Got some sparse grasses. Ah, excuse me. Some dried out looking grass. Oh. Got sandstone looking hills. Oh, hey, there's actually some flowers on some of these. You know what? It's a nice touch. Like, honestly, the one thing I can speed limit question mark. Okay, that's a good one. That's actually great. I love that. That might have actually been in the other track. I just didn't slow down enough to actually take that in. Like, I gotta hand it to Semtex. Like, there's some good detail work in the environments and stuff here. Like, nah, I can't say anything particularly bad about that. Like, this fits thematically. Like, everything looks pretty nice. Got two different tones of rock, sandstone, rock stuff, but I mean, it fits the theme. It's actually that wall feels a little too straight wall. That's super nitpicky to even think about complaining about that. It's like, I don't know, is that a busted handrail? Like I said, it's really great on adding these nice little details that just make it feel so much more interesting and more, I don't know. I'm not sure what the right word is, but really nice little details here and there. Every time I'm about to say, oh, this level's really basic and boring, it's like, no, there's a lot of details, just the overall theme isn't like, I don't know what the right way to put this is. Actually, hold on, wrong way. Alright. This is supposed to be two different ways on the highway, I guess. So did the regular road actually have a yellow dividing line? I am curious now if he actually has the road markings right. I'd be willing to believe or expect that they will be when these roads match up, because attention to detail has been quite good so far. Yeah, nice. Okay. Got the yellow, nice, alright. Very good attention to detail in the environments. That level just felt fairly plain. Like, I don't know. Roadway was alright. I guess it feels like the coastal level right before this, just with a less visually appealing environment. Just generally speaking, like the sandstone desert stuff is just not quite as pleasant to look at as a nice, like, coastal area with lots of greenery and a cool lighthouse. Like, yeah, there was a good environment for it. Don't get me wrong. You know what? I think it does deserve a rate up because of, obviously, there's good work put into this track. I can't. The result's not bad. It just doesn't stand out enough as an actual track playing through it, I feel like. So it definitely is lacking in that regard, but it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not outstanding. This is a drastic departure from the last two tracks. Immediately into crazy sci-fi things that's not even like anything. This roadway is very unique compared to anything I've personally tried in this game so far, so props on that. Like some kind of crazy, well, I love beat match lights. This game needs more of them. One thing you'll probably hear me say a lot of, oh Jesus, this is okay. After those two like super chill levels, I was just like not mentally prepared to be like dodging saws while doing wall jumps and shit. What's the right word? I can't think of the right word, but you know, doing those wall transfers where you jump back off and back onto the same wall surface. Just not mentally prepared for this. Oh Jesus, I landed on the handrail. Not handrail, guardrail. Whatever. I like that we kind of have a starting gate looking thing here that like doesn't actually look out of place. It's a really cool environment. It's not overly detailed or crazy, but definitely gives a feel of some crazy sci-fi mechanical nonsense going on. Music definitely helps with that too. We got all this stuff. So yeah, we're driving on some like power cable looking stuff. We've got that floating thing that looks like this track's propped up on it, or attached to it. Ooh, I actually really like that saw being like the separating piece between. I think I could have driven on the other side of that track. I think that was actually two tracks with the saw blade sandwiched in between them. Oh, disco lights. Uh-oh! I did not have grip thruster. That was my own bad. Getting a little ahead of myself. I do definitely have to give props for the interesting variations on some fairly standard environmental hazards, like those low pop-up gates like these. These are really nothing special, but, you know, hold on, let me stop right in front of it. Really, as far as obstacle goes, these are absolutely nothing special. Can I get myself chopped in half? Yes, those are actual lasers. Alright, good to know. But they just look so much more interesting. So you got the glowy bits, and they're not just like a straight box going across. Like, nice job. I want to give. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Huh. Oh. Huh. I did not. Why did I not see these rings before? Hold on. Yeah, it was two separate tracks. That doesn't answer my question from before. That was second guessing myself. Okay, just there's so much noise here. I didn't like even comprehend the hexagon light waves coming in to mark, I guess, the checkpoint thing. Claw thing. It was interesting looking contraption. But it's just with all the lasers, it's like you can't even. You're not gonna like be able to read that proper visually, like when you're flying through here at normal speeds for this game. A lot of crazy, wild looking spiky stuff going on all over the place. Little noisy visually, but cool. Oof, that was not a clean landing. We got the crazy double door, and then ending through some grinder spinny things. Yeah, I like that. Nice stuff. Again, awesome environment. And I want to do this one more time. I'm trying to think what I think about the level of obstacles. I think I'm not in the right frame of mind to judge that properly. Because, again, coming off two super laid-back tracks, and I'm just, like, dying to everything, because I'm like, what is jumping and dodging obstacles? These are new concepts in this game. Okay, that's what's throwing me off this transition here. I'm jumping too far to the side when I need to be staying up higher on the wall. I'm just not reading reading my own position and orientation well. Okay, so we're coming off the ceiling. Okay, I could probably skip through that. It's more like I'm used to most jumps being like, yeah, stay towards the middle of the track or, you know, opposite side that you're on, but no, when you're on the ceiling, you actually want to land close to the side of the track. That jump a little mixed on. I don't like the heat management there for coming off the checkpoint, but I feel like it's a little unfair to be too harsh on things for it's like, yeah, I was super tight on heat because I came from a dead stop at a checkpoint. It's like it's still passable reasonably from the checkpoint, so as long as it's not one of those ones where it's like, oh, you weren't going full speed at that checkpoint, well, yeah, now it's just gonna suck. It's definitely not in that territory, so. Lasers everywhere. Crazy door. A lot of the endings on these feel kind of abrupt, but I don't know. That might just be me. Alright. You know what? Yeah. This deserves a... I'll give it one more good try for a clean run. I don't want to spend... This isn't supposed to be about getting good times on tracks, so... I'm gonna try to not do that too much unless it's a track where it's like, I need to play this track 20 times to appreciate everything that's in it, like the freaking underwater one. But, yeah. Yeah, that... Not sure about the way that transition just flows naturally. Feels like it could definitely be smoother. What does it really need to be? I feel like it probably should be because the rest of this track isn't doing anything like that. So it feels a little inconsistent and out of place. Whoa. That was... Uh-oh. Okay, yeah. I did ruin it for myself with that little bounce. Okay, not a clean run. Sad face. Sad times. Jumped too late because I was getting too complacent. Well, better time than my other one anyways, I think. Yeah, I didn't have it like that, so yeah. Okay. Cool, yeah, I like that. It was so different from the previous stuff, it kind of threw me off for a while, but I like it. That's some good stuff right there. So, Reciever, what do we got going on here? Very grid-line doing. I like what I'm seeing just from this intro. Oh, music's going in hard, though. Is this level going to be crazy stuff? I like the beat match sidelines. Once again, I'm going to say this game needs more beat match lights in it. Both official and unofficial levels. People, do more of those. Okay, nothing back there. No, I'm not. Don't worry about time. It's just checking out the level first. I like those red, like, little light gates are going through. Kind of gives it a tense, threatening feel a little bit. Despite the green and white color scheme for everything else. Got track, I think, split into 4 paths. Just pretty unusual. Got a feel of urgency going on with the music and the... I don't know, what is the level itself, design itself? Also, I appreciate... I did talk about the colors for just a second. It's not that there's no color, because we are getting little colors and the crazy giant lasers and stuff going on. But I appreciate that almost everything is black and white. It's not that it's just black and white, but it's like everything is a very uniform color. And then the track is this nice green that really stands out against it. So it makes it extremely easy to see the track even when there's all this crazy stuff going on all around. Got some green wilds. Okay, we got more green, but it's softer and far enough in the background that I don't feel like it interferes at all with reading the track, so that's good. Ooh, crazy big hangar open area. Ray receiver, I assume. Yeah. Excuse me. Good stuff. I like the feel of this track. You know what? Alright. Let's give this a serious go. Actually, hold on. Actually, I will next round. I'm gonna slow down here because like these are cool. I really like this because they're not so intense that they really get in the way of you seeing where you're going or what's going on. But you definitely notice them. It's like, what am I getting myself into? What is all of this? I really like that. And see, like, you don't need to do anything crazy with, like, beat match lights. We just have them going on the handrails the whole way. They're not, I don't think they're anywhere else. Either that or they're just way more subtle everywhere else, but I really like these. They add to the whole track stands out from everything else. They make it feel more tense, and that might just be because of the music itself. But, you know, that's kind of... Hey, I didn't notice that these were green and both going with it. Interesting. I do like that, even though I feel like you can't actually really properly notice this while driving through this normally. Oh, yeah, I see a light out there that's going with the beat matching. Yeah, but it's way more subtle. Is it more subtle? I don't know. I think it's just these have very high contrast with the edge of the track. Yeah, there's a lot to, there's a lot, like I said, sometimes it is doing some really nice work, attention to detail. Okay, I kind of noticed this before with the weird fall and rising light beams. What is going on here? We just, oh, it's a regeneration point? Okay, that's funny. I'm like, is this just some crazy device that's part of this whole thing? But no, it might be the one checkpoint in the level. I actually don't know if there are any other checkpoints. If it is, cool. We've got some sort of roadway up here. I am now curious if it actually leads to anything or if it's purely decoration. It looks decoration. Fair enough, it's decorational. I kind of thought so, but I needed to see it for myself. Alright, serious runtime. Let's do this. Watch me immediately screw up and explode on something really silly. Away we go. Actually, don't know what's the ideal route to take on this. I feel like down where we have gravity, we're not fighting gravity at all. Well, it feels like something. Oh, we're actually going vertically down, aren't we? No. It felt like I was not driving on a regular road surface there for some reason. Might just be the momentum and velocity we're moving at. It did look like there might have been an alternate path back there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Other than, cool, I like that I'm seeing something like that. There we go. I am happy with that time. Oh hey, some text is, or was, in chat. Hey, how you going? Yeah, some of the gravity shenanigans honestly really mess with me at times, because like sometimes it just kind of happens and you're like, my car feels weird and I don't know why. Next set is Ray Relay. I presume that this is a sequel or somehow otherwise related to this track, because that was the Ray Receiver. Now we're going to the Ray Relay. Yep. Consistency in the theme, and that kind of looks like part of the other track behind us where we're starting out. Oops, I'm holding the boost button out of habit and it's making me not be able to back up. I'm actually not, oh, what the? I did not expect to be able to drive through that. I was like, oh yeah, this is like out of bounds the previous track. What? No, that's actually part of this track. Neat. Okay, let me restart and actually like drive forwards this time. Already this level sounds way less intense because of the music. Even though it's got the exactly identical color scheme and stuff. We actually have more of the beat match lights going on in the environment. Not all of these poles are lighting up, which is, interesting choice. I kind of want to complain about it, but I'm like, it might actually have been a smart choice to not overdo it with that and go too crazy. Because you really don't want to overdo stuff like that. It just makes me sad when you get like entire series of levels that don't do it at all. Like, come on guys, beat match fights are awesome. Ooh, shiny. It's an interesting way to end. Okay. What do I have to say about this track? First of all, approved. I quite like it. Visually, it's like almost... thematically, it's almost identical to Receiver, which, you know, makes sense, because it seems to be part of the same series, or they're really obviously supposed to be linked that way, so that's not anything I can complain about. Did we actually go back through that glass pane that starts out behind us? Hold on. No, this is only down here. Why? It's cool, but why? I kind of wish that we actually drove through that when we looped back around, or something like that. I don't know, maybe that's just me being like, this cool thing exists, it should be part of the main track. Okay, Ray Relay was first, then Ray Receiver. Which one are we on anyways? Ray Relay. Okay, so this is transmitting data via a giant ray. Actually, if I had actually read the proper description, maybe I would have gotten the connection. So this was built first, but I'm not sure if it's part one in the series of these two levels. But alright, let's try and do a serious run through here. Either way, visually, these two, good stuff. And like, right, that's just a regular hop. I feel like these tracks have like a nice balance of there's something going on with the obstacles and stuff. They don't get boring, but they're not asking too much of you, and I immediately screw up horribly when I'm saying that. That's the thing. You don't realize, but when you start talking, or actually trying to think about what you're saying, it actually makes it a little bit harder to play properly. At least play the way you do when you don't have anything else to pay attention to and distract you. Yeah, I think this level has a nice balance of difficulty, where it's like, it's clearly not one of the harder levels, but it's got something going on. This isn't a free one. By no means free level. It's gonna make you work for it a little bit. Good stuff. I like it. Let's check out Molten. Sometimes it kind of sucks to be doing commentary, because it's like, man, I just want to vibe to the music. But I can do that on my own time, I suppose. Already seeing some interesting stuff thematically, which I'm coming to expect from these tracks. This track looks like so. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is that screen shake? Okay, seriously, what was that? Is that... You know what, let me restart the level, because maybe the placement's a little bit different if I'm actually driving at normal speeds and not just taking my time sightseeing. Let's find out what happens there. The road definitely feels precarious, which, you know, yeah, I think that screen shake's a little much. I'm not fond of that. Sure, there isn't too much risk of like running off the road just because of that, but gosh dang if it's not like, how do I see anything? You know, no, that's a bad one. Some of these got to be looked at, or just tone down the screen shake or something. That's definitely holding this. That's definitely an issue with this track. Only real issue right now, but that's definitely a significant one. Oof. Okay. I am liking the what. Oh, Jesus, it happens again? That's gonna keep interrupting my train of thought when I'm trying to make other commentary, isn't it? Okay, let me just try and get through this once, see what there is to be seen, and then I'll try and articulate myself a little bit better. Okay, we do have wings for it. Alright, we have a nice archway to mark the end. It's a little bit of a, you know, this is the end just because, but yeah, that's not that big of a deal. Ooh, yeah, I think I can't actually recommend this track just yet in its current state. I think fix up those screen shake sections, this will actually be a perfectly fine, maybe even really good track. Let's go back and appreciate some of the actual stuff besides complaining about screen shake. So, we got some nice misty, steamy stuff rising upwards. That's cool to create like the heat impression of everything as hot as balls, because we're literally inside a volcano of some sort. I don't actually know if we're in a volcano, but, you know, lava everywhere, obviously hot. The stones have a nice shiny, like, obsidian lava stone type look, and the track does too. I like that. I think that's done well. I feel like this is a little much right off the bat to have this super steep outwards turn, like, ooh. That feels like if I drive full speed, I'm just going to careen off the track and explode because we're literally hanging me over a lava lake, but I mean, I didn't, so I guess I can't really say it's an issue. It just feels weird to open up with that, so I'm being an idiot and holding forwards while activating my wings and then exploding. Alright, but we do get a nice view of the lava field pools down here. I like the big lava geyser spouts. They even have a lava waterfall over there. Sweet. Again, really nice work on the details in the background, D-Max. Like, come on, this thing is not necessary at all, but it's awesome. And it does indeed kill me. Yeah, that or I just crashed into it just the right way. Anyways, I don't know. I feel like this, like, cooldown gate ring might stand out a little much. But you know what? It's fine, because it needs to. I'm not going to nitpick that hard, just because I'm annoyed at the screen shake right now. It's a little bit samey with when you start noticing that all of the rock textures for the environment are pretty much the same repeating pattern. I'm not sure that necessarily too much can be done about that. It's more the big surface areas when you see too much of it at once, but I think that's a minor issue. Minor complaint. Gosh, that screen shake. Ugh, I do not like that. I like the rest of this level. This tunnel is throwing me off a little bit, though. It's like, the road is not clearly road at the bottom here. But you know, it's a tunnel, I guess you can just be like, down is the road, fair enough. Whoops. What? I feel floatier than I should be, and I think it's just my momentum in the camera. Okay, so what's happening? It looks like this was... Is that just the bloom from all the lighting made it look like this was sinking into the lava? Yeah, lava's actually brighter. Huh. That's a little bit of an odd effect, but, you know, it's cool. I like that. You know what? Fix the crazy, ridiculous screen shake. This track will be really cool. That's my verdict on this track. No screen, fix screen shake, please. Oh, update on Molten? Sweet. Oops, I actually didn't mean to go back to the menu. Question, will the workshop update if I just go in? Let's actually find out. It looks like it's downloading stuff, so let's hope. Well, let's go see for ourselves. Molten Round 2. How does it feel without crazy-ass screen shake? Dude. Yeah, that... Okay. I think that's actually in a good spot. To me, personally, that still feels like a good shake. Like, oh god, a volcano or some crap's about to go off, but I can still see where the heck I'm going. Oh, I grip thrusted when I did not need to, just out of habit. Yeah, I think that's fine. Even... Personally, I still wouldn't want to place it right in the middle of a jump like that, but I think the level it's at is actually totally fine. It doesn't feel like, it's just... Once again, dying like an idiot in a place I really shouldn't. But yeah, the level of screen shake feels like it's more like a minor part of the obstacle, not some horribly unfair nonsense. Like, that feels totally manageable to me. So, approved. Approved from this random guy who can't even finish half these levels without exploding while talking. Yes, I can now confidently give this a recommendation. Because, let me think. It has some decent obstacles. Nothing too crazy, but... Yeah. Theme, great. Visuals, good. Screen shake is a nice touch and is now no longer ridiculous. I appreciate the update, and it is a vastly better level for it. The first one was bearable, but that second one in the middle of the jump was... Yeah, I wasn't okay with that.